how you manage your time. The reason why you need to learn how to manage your time is everybody who really wants to be successful, everyone who really wants to amount to something in life should have more than one source of income. One source of income doesn't necessarily mean getting employed by two different people or doing two different jobs. It simply means that you have other ways through which you make money besides the regular job that you do. We call that multiple streams of income. Now, multiple streams of income can come from 4 different lines. Constant income, that is when you work, you know that at the end of every month you are making money. And then you have monies that will come on and off from one of the businesses that once in a while you get people doing transactions with you, and that also brings money to you. And then you should have some business that also trickles in bit by bit. You make small monies out of that business. And then your 4th one should be businesses that brings you huge sums. And these small sums of money and the huge sums of monies could come from either a constant job or a job that brings occasional income. So you should have 4 streams at least. The more you have, the more wealthier you become. I don't know any rich person or any wealthy person who depends on one source of income. You need multiple sources of income to be able to become wealthy. Now, so I'll be taking you through how to manage your time. But before then, Mufa Nchiyama, all those who are practicing my premature ejaculation methods, all the women who are doing the vagina exercises to strengthen the pelvic floor, and for all those who have had new babies and are pregnant because of learning from me, may God bless you. And all I ask is, like I said, when you get the babies, name them after me. That is all. All right, so now, first of all, I'm talking about time, how you manage the time that you have to be able to make some extra time to be able to earn. But have you wondered how much time you spend on certain activities? Time is what we want most, but what we use worse. Everybody needs it, but most times it is time that we waste the most. It is something that we all need, but most times we waste it. We all have control over it, but do we actually use our time profitably? Do we use our time wisely? We need to consider that. Change the things that you do that do not benefit you, because if you don't change and you continue to do the things that you do that are not bringing you results, you continue to waste the time that you don't have. You think you do, but you don't have. Let's look at this analysis. If we are looking at you from age 1 to 79, yes, I agree that human beings are supposed to live longer than that. Yes, we can go all the way to about 140 years. But because of our bad lifestyles, we end up doing approximately about 80 years, and then most people are gone. But let me tell you this. How much time do you use in sleeping? Have you calculated it? Have you checked how much time you use in sleeping? If you sleep 8 hours every day, you would have slept 229,961 hours. That is 26 years of your life. If you are sleeping 8 hours every day, it means you have slept 26 years of that time. Most people are sleeping. So if you sleep more than 8 hours, it means you're sleeping more of your life than you are working. That is the reality here. And it would amaze you that there is an additional 7 hours that people lie in bed, they are not asleep. They are trying to sleep. There is an additional 7 years. Adding to the 26 years, it makes it 33 years. Actually, what? Sleeping. Let's look at other activities that take our time that we don't value. Let's look at other things we use our time for. Eating. Most people averagely use about over an hour, 67 minutes per day is used in eating and drinking beverages in a day. Some do even more. That is about 4 years of your life you spent eating. You slept 33 years and you used 4 years to eat. Try and understand that you need to manage your time more prudently. Working a job, when you have a job, the regular 8 hours. So it means in a week you are doing 40 hours. That is, if you are working from Monday to Friday, you are doing 40 hours. Now, if you start working from age 20 to age 65, it simply means all your life you worked for 13 years. Out of the years of working, all you did was one third of the total time you used in your life. That is about 10 to 13 years. Is it a surprise that people go on retirement and they struggle? Because all they did or all they focused on was just one job. Less than a quarter of that time was used in actual work. Time is a very precious commodity, but look at how we waste it. Look at how we waste the time and expect that life will treat us well. Is it a wonder that most people go on retirement after working for 45 years? You can only account for 10 years of working, and even that 10 years includes all the communities you were doing, the phone calls and the charts and the graphics and the lotto. All those things get into that 10 years, which even means you even used less if you are not really focusing at work or on your work. This is something that we should really take a very critical look at. The other thing that takes our time the most these days is surfing the net. Internet, social media, shopping online, playing games, reading e-books, listening to the news, reading news, and all the other things you do online. Now listen to this. If you do this, there's a survey that was done in the United States in 2010. If you do a lot or spend a lot of your time doing surfing, you waste at least 3 years of your life on your phone and your internet. And even as more devices come, as the world becomes more sophisticated, you are going to end up using more time. 3 good years of your life is just spent on your phone. And I'm saying that even now, because of the new technology, it's going to be even worse. Now, how much time do we spend on televisions? Yes, you are watching a television program. Here you are adding, because the only time a man changes and grows is when you add information or you hear information, when you learn new things or you add new things to your life, then you are getting it. So here you are learning. So that is what those on adult class needs to do. And like I'm saying that on adult class, we do this every Wednesday from 10 p.m. to 11 p.m. Now, if you watch TV just 2.5 or 2.8 hours every day, it means your whole life, you spent 9 years of your life watching TV. That is when you close from work and you spend 2 hours in front of the television. For those who sit behind TV for hours, calculate it, add them to it. If you spend just 2.8 hours in front of a TV in a day, it means all your life you spent 9 years of your life watching TV. Hey, don't joke. And then, if you exercise, averagely, the normal running around and stuff, most people do just about 1.5 or 1.3 years of their life exercising. The most important things, we don't spend much time on it. And then what do people do? Romance. Romance simply means you meet a new girl, you are toasting the girl, you are coaxing the girl. Value your time, or use your time wisely. And then also, socialization can take up to about 1 year of your entire life. 1 year, 8,760 hours. That is 1 year socializing. That is what I'm talking about. You spent a whopping 8,760 hours just socializing. A 65 will surely come, whether you prepare for it or not. But when you don't prepare for it, you remember that Mr. Smooth told you. Time spent in school. All the time you spend in doing your primary and secondary school currently is just about 334 days. The time you use in spending school. Now the extra activities, you spent about another 335 days queuing in trotro lines and taking buses and all the stuff. You spend that time in it. You spent a whole 115 days net a throw. Will be a joke net a throw. You spend time there. And Mr. Phone, okay, you man getting ready. Not no bromian, we use about 136 days getting ready for chapel and now for Juma. All the life can them small time no use. I mean, for the other man around that area and Chelpie, 46 days. Nay, dear. Holidays. Yes, holidays. A bit to quan. What you will leave. A canning now about 3 years of your life is spent on holidays. Toilet. Meaningful at least 45 minutes every week. Some people spend more. Number phone at least 85 every week. We found out that averagely people use about 42 minutes every week just in the toilet. And that is about 2,208 hours. It is something that you should look at. Now what is left? After you put all these together, you have some extra 8 years B. What do people do? They do commuting, they do cleaning, being with the family, telling stories. And basically that is what we use our life for. But can you use the same time to do something else? Can you take part of this time to do something else? Yes, you can. Next week when we come, I will show you how you can steal bits and pieces of this same time to use it to generate extra income so that your total number of working hours would increase and you can have multiple sources and become happy by age 65. We are going to learn that next week.